guys, I'm the LockPicking Patrolman, and today I have a challenge lock that was sent to me a little while back by Big Albert Lebel, and he calls this one Trippy. Well, it is pretty trippy. It's also very tricky. I picked on this lock since the day that I got it in the mail, and finally, just finally, I think I've figured out the secret. Anyway, I believe it's a 6-pin Yale mortise cylinder, and it's got some very interesting pins in there for sure. So anyway, let's clamp this up and go ahead and excuse any background rumbling or flashes of light you might see, because I think it's, as we say in my part of the country, it's fixing to come a storm over here. Alright, let me get this clamped up and I'll be right back. Okay folks, you can see we've got Trippy mounted up here in the vise, and keys still mummied and everything. What I'm going to do to pick this is I'm actually going to put this tensioner, since it's a Yale style keyway, and the cylinders actually don't come all the way down through this warding, so there's no hole to poke up through here, and this piece of warding on this side comes over far enough that even if I had a thin enough pick to reach straight up, it still wouldn't be able to hit the pins. So I'm going to put this bottom of the keyway tensioner down here, but I'm also going to use a top of the keyway pry bar, and we'll be going clockwise, and I'm going to start off using this little guy here. This pick I got from, I believe it was Peterson's. Yeah, I believe Peterson's, one of their blanks. Same with this guy, which also has my first attempt at a homemade handle. Never finished it. Works okay. I don't use it that often, but it's got a steep enough rise and a thin enough shaft that it can hit that last pin, which is key to picking this lock. I'm going to start off with this one though, so I can go through and get what I can set. One's loose. 2, got to click out of 2. Okay, 1, we can back up and feel 1 binding. Okay, got a good click out of 1. And you can also see having this tensioner in the bottom here just sort of gives a good indication of the feedback that I'm getting through the picks. So you get a visual representation of the sounds at the pin setting. Also, when you've got a pin, like I believe I just overset pin 3 or 4, you can take your fingers here, push down just a bit till you hear a click, let that one drop down, and then you can just nudge it with your pick like I did to set it. 4 has nothing right now. 5, a little something on 5. I think I'm going to go ahead and switch to this pick because 5 is really high cut. These last 2 pins are really high up there. I think I dropped a few people here. 1's loose. 2, 1 again. Might have actually dropped everybody. Okay, there, we're back in our false set. Get back here under 5. Work him up. See, 6 isn't ready yet. Okay. I think I got 5, working on 6 now. Okay, now I'm going to use both tensioners at the same time to help with counter rotation on that. Still have our false set. Back on 1, got another click out of him. Kind of lost a bit of our false set. There we go. Got it back with 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 6 is what's talking now. Okay. I think I got 6 back Okay. Let's check everybody else now. 1. Okay, even deeper on our false set now. I think we've just got 1 pin left. Okay, that's 3. Still have our false set. 4, counter rotation. Gonna do that little tensioner trick again. I don't know what we've got hanging us up still. 2 dropped. Okay. Back into our really deep false set, I believe. Okay, 6. So we're gonna have to start cranking down on. Okay, in a really, really deep false set right now. Okay, I think I'm on 5. Okay, there. Hit 6. 1 click out of 6. I think 6 owes me another. There we go. And we're open. Wow. Okay, so guys, that lock is very tricky to get. It's very fun once you figure it out, though. I'll tell you what, Albert, you did a great job on this lock. You can see that it is clearly picked. Alrighty, let's get our gutting stuff here. Follower, shim. Awesome little pinning tray by Bobby Keys. Okay, get these Phillips head screws out of here. Tell you guys, we've had like 16 straight days of rain here in the southeast, and today the sun was out most of the day and everybody was all excited about it, but I said, you know, folks, I said, don't be quite so excited about it, because with all the humidity in the air, it's just going to wind up causing us to have a bunch of thunderstorms. We've already had some flooding. Several rivers around here have flooded. Nothing too bad right here in my area, but nonetheless, still cautious. I've had a few roads flooded out. All right, got this shim. Ride it through. There we go. Very cool. One, two. Wow. 3, 4, 5, and lastly 6, which I figured it's a very, very shallow cut. You can see here on the core itself we've got looks like counter milling in 3 and 5. Little side cut there. Don't feel anything in the others. If there was, I'm sure it would be impossible to pick. Sorry guys, I gotta grab my tweezers. And we'll get these guys flipped around real quick here. Very, very awesome key pins, and I'm going to show you all a close-up as soon as I get all these driver pins out. Pull our shim out. Okay. There we go. Okay, 1, as expected, a very nice serrated. Let's get spring out. Trying not to make this video horribly long. Okay, great double spring looks like. two. Okay, two popped apart on me. It's a pin in pin. I believe that was like that. The very nice copper spring. Very long copper spring. 3 is a very deep spool. I love challenge locks with really deep spools. They give you great feedback. And you guys could see how that false set was going along. It's probably a pretty big false set. One of the biggest ones I've had in a while. Okay. That guy was there like that. Yeah, I just had some lightning here. Cool. I love thunderstorms. We'll get these last two from back here. There's that pesky number 6. It's a pain in the butt. And I tell you guys, you couldn't have gotten it if you didn't have a pick that had that high enough reach on it. It was like that. And also skinny enough to get back there through all that warding. Let's see, did he do anything to the core? Not seeing anything. Alright, let's go for a close in here. Okay. Chamber 1, you can see a torpedo spooled key pin, followed by a very nicely done serrated double copper spring. Number 2 is this awesomely serrated key pin. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 serrations in there, hand cut, followed by a pin in pin driver with the top part being serrated. A very long copper spring in there, longer than cold weather. Pin number 3, the key pin's this nice little spooled key pin, followed by a nice deep spool. A little bit of fine serrations in there too. And a steel spring. Number 4 is a serrated key pin with one of these little guys right here. I believe it was in here like this with the pointy end key pin that's been repurposed, pointed towards the spring, which is another nice copper spring. Number 5 is this little spooled key pin, followed by another handmade spool on top and another nice copper spring. And finally, number 6 is a standard key pin, followed by another one of these nice serrated spool jobs. And again, we showed that there was countermilling in 5 and 3 on the plug. Albert, great lock, very fun, great to try to get it. I was almost gonna throw in the towel on it, but anyway, I didn't. So guys, thanks for watching, thanks for tuning in. Albert, thanks for sending this lock my way. See y'all later. Alright guys, so sorry if I've already made this video even longer, but I just wanted to show you guys the key. And you can see here we've got just the classic challenge lock bitting. Fairly decent high cut at 1, a low cut at 2, moderate cuts at 3 and 4, 5 is kind of lower, and then of course we've got this Mount Everest sized peak at the back at number 6. And insert the key. You can see everything's in there and working. So, forgot to do that on camera, but I'll show you guys now. And anyway, thanks for staying here this long. See y'all later. Stay safe.